sometimes it's a challenge being like a really like creative, free spirit kind of person. It is really a challenge. Being a creative person is really hard. So hard, guys. So hard. Really it's like a challenge because a lot of creative people, they're free spirits, you know, they let the passion, the creativity, and they just like sometimes have a hard time conforming to society because we think different. And it's so hard. So the first problem on my list of problems that creative people can have, I don't even know if you can call them problems, but they're like not even challenges, they're just things that happen to us. One of them is waking up in the middle of the night with like an idea in your head. You'll just be there almost asleep and suddenly the spark of inspiration comes to you and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't forget, and you like jump out of bed and you have to write it down or film it or whatever you do. And it just like happens all the time. Sometimes I can't sleep because my brain is just so active. It's like, think of all these ideas. My best ideas seem to come when I want to go to bed, but they won't come all day. All day when I need them. And then at night, they're like, we must keep you awake with these excellent ideas. So, and sometimes I'll even have a dream and I'll wake up and be like, oh my gosh, that was such a great idea. And so I gotta write it down, you know, wake up. And so I told you this was like my college edition. I sometimes have a hard time focusing on homework because I want to do something creative instead. I'll just be writing away on my essay and suddenly my brain is like, hey, what if you made a video on this? Or what if you went out and took a walk and did some like nature photography? I love hiking. So when I go hiking, I take my camera always with me. And so I'll take pictures and I'll take videos and I'll vlog. And I always have these ideas for new things. And I'm just like, oh my word, Tiffany, you have this 3,000 word essay you gotta write. And that's when it's problematic sometimes because sometimes you just gotta do your work and your brain's like, nope, not today. Sometimes with creative people, I mean, you may have your like your pay the bills kind of job, but then your other job or your like passion or your hobby, sometimes you just end up working crazy hours or really odd hours. I know in my film work, I will work, you know, 12 hours a day. I don't care. I love filming and I love editing and, you know, and I'll put so much time into that. But when it comes to a regular job, I'm like, oh, is it time to go home yet? And for me, I have my own business, so sometimes if I'm like during the school year, I don't work a regular part-time job. I have my work-study job, and then I substitute my filmmaking and photography business with my income. And so it's like you work really weird hours sometimes, you know, they're not normal. You could like sleep in all day and then like work all night. Like, it's hard to say. The fourth thing I have on my list is daydreaming. Oh my gosh. Because I told you like at night it's hard to sleep because sometimes you have ideas. Well, sometimes it happens in the day and I'll just be stuck there daydreaming in class, especially if I'm not like really enjoying class. Sometimes on my iPad, you know, with my Apple Pencil, I'll just be like drawing or taking notes on something that's not really even related to class. I'll just be thinking about filmmaking or hiking or traveling. Traveling always fills my mind and I'm like, could I make like a cool video about this? Or how much money would it be to go do this? Or, you know, I'm just always thinking those things. And so when I'm in class, sometimes it's like, it's so hard because I want to be looking up other stuff online or I want to be doing something else, and I'm just such a free spirit sometimes. So another challenge I seem to have is I always want to do stuff the creative way and not the simplest way. I've like had jobs assigned to me in like either homework or through my work study or my job, and I'm like, my brain's like, what's the most creative and difficult way you can do this? And you know, it's sometimes more fun when it's challenging, but at the same time it's like I could have saved so much time, so much effort, so much brain power if I just done it the simple way. The sixth thing that I have is, it's kind of along the lines of procrastination. I consider myself a little bit of a procrastinator. I don't procrastinate past deadlines, but I procrastinate with my art and stuff because like my filmmaking photography, it's like creativity never sleeps, guys. It just doesn't. And so sometimes I just find myself looking at pictures on Instagram of like other travelers and other photographers and filmmakers, or on Pinterest. It's a rabbit hole, guys. It's a rabbit hole. So the seventh problem I have is sometimes when I'm doing creative stuff, I feel bad because I'm like, I could be doing something more productive or that I'm supposed to be doing. So it's like, that happens a lot. So I consider like when I procrastinate is I'm always end up doing other stuff. it's like I'm not procrastinating usually to be lazy, but procrastinating because my mind just like the creativity just is always there, and I just want to like do creative things. And so when it's time to do other stuff, I'm like, oh my gosh, well, what if I just did this instead? And then sometimes I'm doing my creative things and I'm like, man, I got that essay to write. I should be doing something way better than this. So my 8th one is that I sometimes envy people who aren't creative. I love my free spirit and I love being creative, but sometimes it's a challenge because like all these things I just said, it's just like my brain doesn't stop thinking ever. But at the same time, I don't, as much as I envy it, I also love it. You know, it makes all of us creative people who we are. And you know, it's our passion, it's what drives us. It gives us purpose in life. So, I mean, what can I say? So my conclusion to all this is that it's okay to be creative because it makes us happy. It makes us happy and it gives us purpose, it gives us passion. It's what we like to do. So don't ever give up on your dreams just because you have to have, you know, another job or people tell you you shouldn't do that. If you love to paint, if you love to do photography, if you love to, I don't know, just do what you like to do, do it. Don't ever give, just do creative things, just like Nike says, just do it. As I always want to say, just be happy with who you are. You know, if this is what you love, just do it because it makes you happy, and it's no fun to not be happy in life because we have this one short life and you gotta be happy. That's all I have today, guys. Thanks for listening, appreciate it. As always, peace out.